mentioned Destinies Reborn on my channel more than once. It's a neat title that doesn't get as much traction as it should. And one of the best aspects of this game, to me, is the character models. Every creature in this game was sculpted by hand by the developers themselves. Some of these models are brilliant in their absurdity, and I thought I would share the experience. An interesting thing about these models is that you can have them follow you around the map, but sometimes they don't really fulfill that request. You'll see why in a second. I will only be showing a select few today, so if you want to see more of this, let me know by liking this video. Odds are I'll probably make another video anyway, but any support is greatly appreciated. First up, I thought we'd take a look at Roserade, the Pokemon with flowers for hands. As we look at the front, we can see that this model is fairly accurate to the actual sprite. The details on this model are smooth and clear, and Roserade has a smile on her face. Although I guess it's more of a smirk. Unlike the games, Roserade is not obtained through a shiny stone. You simply level her up with Rosalia, which is nice. And for those who are curious, here are the two versions side by side. You can see what is different and what is the same. With that out of the way, I will demonstrate the following feature, because it is slightly different for each Pokemon. And I need you to see this. The second you go from stay to follow, Roserade will try to walk after you, but she will instead start freaking out and spin like a top. It is truly marvelous. You definitely won't find content like this anywhere else on Roblox. Now, let's put her away before she does any real damage. I chose Arbok because I just evolved him from an Ekans, and this is the first time I'm seeing this model. And he won't let me look at him because I have him set to follow. You will want to make sure your Pokemon are set to stay at all times, or else this is bound to happen to you. Let's try that again, shall we? Looking at Arbok, this model is fairly accurate. There wasn't much detail on Arbok to begin with, except for his hood. One thing you will notice when comparing Arbok is that the original has a wider hood, and the snake head is longer, while this model has a more compact design. He's almost fainted, so I better put him back in his Pokeball. The next one I would like to show off is Gulpin. He's an obscure character from one of the earlier regions. With over 1,000 Pokemon now, it's hard to keep track. Now the reason I selected Gulpin is because his face made me laugh in real life. Screams not included. Gulpin is constantly in this screaming state. That's the only difference between the two models. Everything else is precise, which is impressive for such an obscure character. I have yet to see what Swallet looks like, but maybe we'll save that for the next video. I do not know why he is screaming. I know there will be no explanation for this matter. I just need to know why. And when you have him follow you, he will just writhe around in silent agony. This is slightly concerning. Maybe Gulpin read how many Pokemon we have now in 2025. Honestly, I would have behaved the same way. Next, we have the lovely nice and true. I think this is an example of the developers really putting their effort in, because this model looks amazing. From his head to his toes, the developers did a good job basing this model off of the source material, even down to the bricky texture. And just to give you a sense of how many there are, this game currently has 450 Pokemon, each given their own unique models that you can't find anywhere else on this platform. So if you haven't played Destinies Reborn yet, it is worth the time. There are no in-game purchases. The only way to advance is through skill and investment, which is rare for Roblox, where every game thrives on Robux. Not this game. We have 2 more left in this group. Let's take a look at Abra. Abra is on the more bizarre end of the spectrum. One thing to note is that he has massive grippers. Those feet could cling onto a tree branch. Comparing the 2 variations, the original Abra has a flat nose and sharper claws. This version gives Abra more of a snout, and his claws don't look like they hurt as much. And like Roserade, he gets crazy when he follows you. But this is just the beginning. I feel like we have time to go through one more group of Pokemon before the video ends. So let's end off this row with Shroomish, this grumpy little mushroom. Actually, the original isn't that angry. He just has a normal, indifferent expression. We all have that look on our faces sometimes. This was the face I made when I found out we were getting more Transformers movies. And just because he can, let's have Shroomish follow us around. For this next batch of characters, I want to pick ones that I know will be strange and odd. I have quite a few Pokemon in my PC, so let's switch these guys out. So we will transfer the current party into this box and get new Pokemon to showcase. I already see Wailord in the second row, so I'm grabbing him. I also see Missing No. That should be an interesting one. Moving down the list of selections, I see so many that I want to choose. Pinsir is a good choice. I have forgotten what some of these models look like, so this will be my genuine reaction. The ones in the yellow text are shiny Pokemon. I have a few of those, but those might be saved for next time. I've grabbed Unknown because I need to know which letter it is. There is one I would like to show off. It's called a Dame Fetched. More on that character later. There it is, next to Metagross. And I also want to choose Snorlax, because Snorlax is one of the best Pokemon I have ever caught in this game. Not because it has good moves or anything, but because it has a design that will forever be buried in my mind. From this point forward, I don't even care about accuracy. You can be the judge of that. I just want to dive into the insanity. Oh my God. He is a blimp. And he's coming right for me. To be honest, Wailord is way bigger than this in the cartoon, but I am so glad they scaled him down for this game, because I don't think I could handle that much whale. But here's the fun part. Should you get too close, Wailord will launch you. This goes for any larger Pokemon in this game, and as you can see, Wailord has no trouble knocking me all over the place. So, if you play this game, get yourself one of these and see how far your Wailord will throw you. I need to calm him down before he launches me forever and ever. Whale Lord has been set to stay, and now we can take a good look at the details. Mind you, there really isn't much to speak of. He is big and blue. That's all you need to know. That's all we deserve to know. But Whale Lord is actually a blimp. You can totally hop on his back and ride him, but you can't really go anywhere because he will fight you. I remember getting him from Evolving Whalmer, which can be found in this game's version of Victory Road. But I have several more Pokemon to show you before the video ends. So let's put Whale Lord away and bring out Missing Note. I got him from a trade, which is why he is in a regular Pokeball. So let's see how this game handles Missing No. So they made Missing No an actual Tetromino. This is probably the most accurate version of a Pokemon you'll get in this game, which isn't saying much because Missing No isn't even in the Pokédex, but the developers put this model in the game anyway, so you could potentially have one of your own. He's also tall enough as to where you could use Missing No as a stepping stool. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. There are some hidden areas in this game that require you to have a Pokemon to jump onto. And this is what happens when you have Missing No follow you. I think this is rather fitting for a character like this. If you want to know how to draw Missing No, just draw a rectangle and remove a fourth of said rectangle. This is Pinsir. There's no denying that. And when you look at the model, you have to take into consideration that Pinsir wasn't really cute to begin with. So to say that he looks absolutely demonic is an understatement. He can be found near the beginning of the game. So if you want a strong bug type for your team, I would give Pinsir a try. Especially since he is also one of the Pokemon that can launch you when you get too close for comfort. As I am about to demonstrate. Pinsir seems angry now, but when he follows you, he turns into something from the depths of hell. This is absolutely terrifying, and it makes me glad that the Pokemon can't hurt you in this game. Pinsir clearly is not a people person. At least Whale Lord was a bit comforting, but this is like comparing a pillow to a brick. Okay, there are 3 more left I want to show off. I choose Unknown because it should be a simplistic design to carry over. This Unknown is the letter F. You can see it closely resembles it. Like every Unknown that is and ever will be, he only has hidden power, which is the standard for this Pokemon, but that's life. I think this captures the look of the original. I mean, there really isn't much to screw up anyway. He's just a stick figure with a duck bill. At least that's what I see. I know in old games like Fighters, EX, there were characters called Unknown Lord and Unknown God. They aren't in this, but you know what is. Dame Fetched. This is a Pokemon that is original to this game. You cannot obtain this character anywhere else, and it is an evolution for Farfetch'd. As we get a closer look, Dame Fetched seems very intense. The leek that was once in the wing of Farfetch'd has become this stick of bamboo for maximum bashing potential. It is absolutely massive, and the fact that this character is completely made up makes this better. I do believe this is supposed to go with Surfetched, which is also in this game. In this game, Farfetched is obtained in the same place as Pincer. It's definitely worth getting, just for the novelty. But now, we must end this video in an even higher note. Let me show you the majestic Snorlax. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful? If you have, you're lying to yourself. But we can make this 1,000,000 times better. It's like Kung Fu Panda meets Roblox. And just like Kung Fu Panda, Snorlax knows how to fight. Because if you even try to get close to this titan of gluttony, you will get knocked all over the place. I think it's the way Snorlax has his arms positioned. It's like he's posing and ready for an intense battle, which is unlike Snorlax at all. This is the pinnacle of game design. Brick Bronze may have had smooth animations, but you've never been able to go toe-to-toe with your own Pokemon before. But when Snorlax has calmed down, you can jump onto his head and relax, as it was meant to be. And that is going to be it for today. If you were impressed by these models, do consider playing Destinies Reborn for yourself. I will leave the link for the game down below. As always, your audience is greatly appreciated. Take care and do not engage with any Snorlaxes in your area. He's on his way.